Ladies and gentlemen, our government under the Democratic leadership put us through hell. They divided this nation like no one has ever before. Why? Because we voted for Donald Trump in 2016, and then they told us Trump would not have won unless Russia would have stolen the election for him. Then they spied on his campaign. They spied on his presidency. They told us he's a puppet of Putin. Then they told us the laptop from hell was fake and also Russian propaganda. Then they raided Mar-a-Lago just to try and find any copies of Crossfire Hurricane that Trump might have had. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, under the new leadership in the FBI, that is Kash Patel, those games are over. Do me a huge favor, smash that thumbs up, subscribe, leave me a comment. Where are you tuning in from? We're getting right into this. So, breaking. Kash Patel's FBI suspends deep state operative Brian Auten, analyst who pushed Trump-Russia hoax, discredited Hunter Biden scandal, and was behind the Mar-a-Lago raid. That's the guy. Look at that face. Look at that smirk. That right there is the face of deep state corruption. After years of stonewalling, spin, and some version of truth, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, under the leadership of Director Kash Patel, has finally placed deep state operative Brian Auten on administrative leave. Sources familiar with the matter told the New York Times that Auten was placed on administrative leave last week. Auten's suspension comes after years of public outcry over his corrupt misconduct inside the Bureau, which turned the FBI into an arm of the Democrat Party. He was a key player in Crossfire Hurricane, the FBI's scandalous counterintelligence investigation based on the now discredited Steele dossier. According to the DOJ Inspector General, Auten failed to alert FBI leadership about gapping holes and fabrications in the dossier, yet still aggressively pushed for illegal FISA warrants on the Trump campaign advisor Carter Page. Let's be clear. This was the FBI spying on a presidential campaign based on false evidence, and Brian Auten was in the thick of it. But Auten didn't stop attacking Trump. In 2020, just weeks before the election, whistleblowers alleged that Auten authored an internal FBI report that falsely labeled damning information about Hunter Biden as, quote, Russian disinformation. Just like everything, Russian disinformation. Zelensky's a dictator, Russian disinformation. Azov Battalion likes swastikas, Russian disinformation. They're stealing our money, Russian disinformation. Hillary Clinton is a crook, Russian disinformation. Whatever they don't like is automatically Russian disinformation. Man, Russians are good. That report effectively shut down the FBI's investigation into the Biden family's foreign business dealings, conveniently, just in time to protect Joe Biden's presidential campaign. Auten's fingerprints were reportedly all over both cases, despite being under internal investigation for misconduct related to the FISA abuse during the Russia probe. Instead of being removed or disciplined, he was allowed to continue shaping politically explosive investigations under dirty FBI Director Chris Wray. Auten's fingerprints are also on the FBI's unprecedented raid on President Trump's home, Mar-a-Lago, another blatant abuse of power targeting the Biden administration's chief political opponent. As we all learned, when was this? Like 2 weeks ago, and I reported on this. It was the same day that Trump declassified Crossfire Hurricane, which we have about 2 more weeks before it's all public. We learned that the only reason that Mar-a-Lago was raided, and Steve Bannon spoke about this too, it wasn't because Trump took some kind of classified documents. They were looking for any remaining copies of Crossfire Hurricane to make sure that we, the American citizen, can never see them, so that we never know how dirty the Dems are and how they cheat and play these games of trying to get rid of their political opponents. But ladies and gentlemen, the Lord Jesus Christ is on our side. That's why we won 2024 in a landslide, in a massive landslide. Now we got the Kennedy files. Hopefully we get the Epstein files. I'm not holding my breath, but hoping Pam Bondi does what she needs to. We got the Kennedy files. Soon we're getting the LMK files. But Crossfire Hurricane, that's the big one for me, personally for me. I want to know who did what. And as soon as it's public, I'm going to report on it, ladies and gentlemen. But this guy, he's out of the FBI and he's under criminal investigation as we speak. It's time to clean house. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, have a good weekend. God bless you. See you soon.